Hi friends. In the previous video, I explained the functionalities of a compiler and its modus operandi in general terms because every one of you should understand how a compiler works because it is a core software to implement your programs. However, if you are interested to learn the functionalities and modus operandi of a compiler technically, I am providing a link in the description box and you can watch that lecture. By that, how a compiler works, how a compiler implement a program, you can understand. Now, I am introducing you online GDB compiler, how to install that and use it. I am going to explain the procedure. In fact, I am introducing web series, which are totally innovative and revolutionary model in the world of programming studies. In such case, you should have a smart compiler to implement the programs. For that, I am introducing GDB online compiler. If you are already accustomed to conventional compiler, you may use that. Just I am recommending online GDB online compiler. Then, if you want to use, you can use that. Otherwise, if you want to compare both conventional compiler and online GDB compiler, you can try. Whichever you feel comfortable, that you can use. But if you are totally new to the program or this Python language, then I advise you use GDB online compiler first. Thereafter, you can try an conventional compiler also, that is called IDLE. Okay. Now, why I am recommending a GDB online compiler? Means there are many advantages. The first one is this is highly user friendly comparatively with the conventional compiler. Second one is a big time saver. You can save a lot of time comparatively with the using a conventional compiler. Third one is easy to use and organize files. Actually, in the web series, we are going to develop hundreds of programs. These are like books in a library. If you don't organize them properly, it is very difficult for you to trace out whatever program you want. That's why you should organize them properly in respect to corresponding folders and all that. For that also, GDB is the right one, a very convenient one. And the last but not least, the most important is GDB online compiler supports 20 plus languages, 20 plus programming languages. Now, right now, I am providing you web series for 3 prime programming languages, Python, Java, and C. In future, I am going to add a few more also. If you want to work on multiple languages and all that, GDB online compiler is the best choice. Why? Suppose now we are developing Python program. After that, you want to transform or convert this program into C program. Then same program you copy and paste on CIDE and corresponding changes you make and compile that. Thereafter, C program want to convert into Java program into Python program. Like that, if you want to learn multiple languages at a time using same project or different project, moving back and forth from one compiler to other compiler, one language to other language, this is the best choice in my view. That's why that is totally optional. Just I am recommending you to use GDB online compiler instead of conventional compiler, especially for the beginner students. Installing and using GDB online compiler is very simple. Just a few steps are there. Carefully follow. Here screen-wise explanation I am giving. Then you implement that. If you are totally new also, just a matter of 5 minutes, you will do that. However, you explore all the options. That is a good thing. And first, in order to open a GDB online compiler on Google Chrome, you type www.onlinegdb.com. This is the URL. You type that. Then GDB online compiler IDE is open. IDE. Just this term very frequently used, integrated development environment. Why it is called integrated development environment? In order to develop either a simple program or a big project, you can do it here. For that, whatever services, whatever options you require and all that, everything is provided on your IDE. You need not go to different screens and all that. In the integrated development environment only, everything is provided. So that's why it is called IDE. This term very frequently we use. That's why you remember that. Now, Here, as soon as open, you can find one program. Here, one thing you see, top menu, some options are there, and the left side, certain options are there. Just to have a look. First, have a look. We don't use maximum 5 or 6 we use out of that. Okay. Now, immediately, as soon as you open, default program, C program as a default program is displayed. C program. If you want to develop C programs and all that, right now you can go ahead by selecting the language, or otherwise now we are going to develop Python programs. Python programs, that's why you must select the language. I have missed one step. Now here you have opened. Thereafter, in order to develop your program, regardless of the language, it may be Python or C or Java, JavaScript or anything, you must open your account. For opening your account and all that, what you have to do? Now you see on the left side bottom, one option is there, login. Login option is there. That login button you press. As soon as you press the login button, one window is open. That Google Plus is there. Several other options are there. Don't worry about that. Whenever you are working for the first time, you try on one option. Once you are fully aware of that, thereafter you can try other one also. Here only one option is choose, that is Google Plus. Then if you click on that, it takes you to your email ID, whatever you are using, and you click on that. By that your account is open. So without creating your account, you cannot develop your program in any one of these languages. That point you have to understand. So here, what is the proof? Okay, now we click. I am telling you, your account is open. Then for that everything, one thing, without proof, don't believe anything. Okay, for that purpose, what is the proof? Here you see on the left hand side menu on the top, what is there? Ravindra K is there. That is my account. Suppose if you open your account, your name is displayed like that. By that you can understand that your account is open. Okay. Now here you have to create your first Python program. Here the issue is, here C program is there. Then in order to convert as a Python program, then what you have to do? Then you have to, on the right hand side top, you can find one option, select language. In the select means, already I told you, IDE Java GDB supports 20 plus programming languages. That's why whatever language you want, all that one you have to choose. Here, once you press on select, then drop down menu with all the options, all the programming list of programming languages, you can see. Now which language program you want to develop? Python. Then click on that. Click on that. Then Python language is selected. Hereafter you can develop Python programs. Then in the first instance you can find a default program of Python. One simple program, default program of Python you can see. Okay. Now further steps also we implement on that. That means let us first execute the default Python program. Okay. Then Python program, whatever default program, it should be saved. For saving purpose, one name should be given, because this program creates a file. For every file, you have to give a name. So what you give? Demo file. Simply give. For that purpose, on the top, save button is there. Save button, top menu, save button is there. Then you click on that. When you click on that, one dialog box is open. In the dialog box, what you do? Demo.py. Actually, extension for a C program .c. Lowercase only write. And if it is Python program .py. If it is Java program .java. Like that you write. Then that name is saved. Once you write that and save it, save it there in the bottom. If you press that, your program is saved. What is the proof? What is the proof means, already on the left hand side your name is displayed. Immediately below that, the program name, that is demo.py, you can find. Demo.py you can find. By that you can understand your Python program is created. Okay. Thereafter, what is required? Your program is ready. You have to execute it. In order to execute your program, then in top menu, run is there. Run. Just run means execute. Then execute your program. This program, if this program does not have any errors, then the output is displayed. That is simply hello world. That is the output, one string. that is displayed. This is the procedure. This is the procedure. Now you get it out. Okay, I executed default program, whatever my own programs, you get it out. Then what to do? Then two more options you have to understand. For that purpose, what to do? Again, left hand side menu you see. There you can find create new project. That means you want to create your own project. Already executed default project. Now you want to execute a new project. Once you click on that, then again default by program is open. Default by program that you don't want. That's why you just erase that, and whatever you are going to perform your feel good web series first Python program, you just type it exactly without any mistake, with indentation, with the comma, with everything. You type it. There should not be any mistakes. Then your program is typed. Thereafter, the same procedure. You have to save it. You have to save it. But saving means one name you have to give. What name you want to suppose? Program 1 dot py you want to give, or otherwise we are going to perform what is that? PFG Python feel good web series 1 dot py. Like that meaningful names you give. Simply seeing the name you should understand what program is that. Okay, this is the right thing. Later when I'm explaining first program I tell you what to do and all that. Then you save it. As soon as you save and all that, just you see that below on the left hand side, below your name, you can find this name. Thereafter you execute it. You can find the result. Okay. Now you get it out. Suppose one program. Thereafter you write number of programs. Where these are means again on left hand side you see that one option is there, that is my projects. My projects option is there. My projects, you click on that button. Then what happens? Whatever programs you created, suppose here now so far 2 programs. There are 2 programs are displayed. If you create 100 programs, 100 programs are displayed there. Suppose if you want to open any program, just click on that, then that program is open. This is the procedure. When I am explaining, it may take some time, but once you start doing and all that, very simple. Very simple. Only thing is, for a first program, you may spend a few minutes time. Thereafter, it will become routine. Thereafter, once accustomed to this and you are comfortable with this, later you can understand. I will explain contextually how to create folders, different types of different programs in different folders. You can save. Don't worry about that. Right now, whatever I explained and all that, simply implement that.